Well, what's so crazy is that I'm indicted right now. Indicted, I was found guilty and I'm sentenced to 41 months in federal prison for preaching the gospel in front of an abortion clinic. Exactly that. The event happened in 2020. Okay. Police were on site both days of the event. I was not arrested. I was not detained. I had no type of charges or forthcomings with the police at all. Once Trump was out of office, they sued me on an injunction to keep me 30 feet from the building. And so because I had moved to Tennessee, I just went and settled without admission of guilt because I was no longer in the state. And then in 2022, right after Dodson was overturned, they beefed up the charges and indicted me on a federal charge with the secret grand jury that they had that I was not aware of. And they indicted me with FACE and conspiracy of FACE for the exact same event that I wasn't arrested at, that I had no kind of police encounters with. The police were on site there, and they went ahead and indicted me for FACE. Basically, they said things like me saying, no peace for the wicked, and we cancel this place in the name of Jesus. Those are forms of threats. Me talking to women, and I think one day of the 2-day event, 150 women were scheduled to do abortions. None showed up. That they considered that obstruction. You're interfering with women's care. And I'll never forget this. Before they sent the jury back to deliberate, the jury was told, this is not about the Bible. This is not about religious beliefs. This is about women's rights. And I was devastated to see the jury come back with a guilty verdict, but to preach the gospel and preaching things out of the Bible that may seem warfare, it may sound like warfare, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm invoking threats and violence. I'm speaking in the spirit. So yeah, they found me guilty, and the judge sentenced me to 41 months in prison. And what's so crazy is that my lawyer, who's appealing it now, he said in normal cases, something like this wouldn't have even gone federal. And he said for them to sentence you to 41 months, which the judge said in front of me, she said, well, I'm going to make an example out of you. You had 65,000 people watching you at a time, and people need to know what the consequences are when you interfere with women's rights. She said it straight up. And they didn't care about me being a mother. They didn't care about me being a stay-at-home mother. They didn't care about the fact that I'm not a repetitive offender. Didn't care less. They gave me 41 months and 2 years supervised release.